Hello ladies and gentlemen, viewers, how you going? Thanks for coming, thanks for watching, appreciate it. So, myself and Angry thought I should update. I haven't been on the channel for a little while now. I've been variously ill, and there's been some new things happening in my life. I just recently took up with a new relationship. It's kind of good. It's kind of good. It's been a lot of fun. And looks like it's going to remain, which is just excellent. Anywho, it's been a month of extremes. So where am I? I am still with the program. I am still on methadone. I pick up every day, and I have not been perfect. I have been off the wagon a few times, mostly to deal with acute pain, which we still haven't got a good solution for. It's actually something that's going to have to be addressed, because when I get acute pain it's usually pretty serious and can't really pretend that non-opioid stuff does it. That's something to do in the future, and that's something to do with consultation with the health professionals and all the rest of it, and get that together. But I'll be very interested to see what we come up with. I hope that we don't come up with the previous solutions, which have ranged from let's pretend it doesn't exist to just suck it up little soldier, because that doesn't work. You know, the reason this pickle started was that I had rheumatoid arthritis and it hurt a lot, and I was kind of, the pain aspect of the rheumatoid arthritis was let go for about 6-7 years, and I had enough. I couldn't do anything, I couldn't go anywhere, and I'd had enough, and so I started bombing it with codeine. And the thing about opioids is that if you're going to use them for any length of time, they get away on you. To get the same effect, you have to have more and more and more and more. And so it got to the point in my case where I was taking extreme amounts of codeine to be able to function. And I myself brought my own self down from very high levels. But I never quite got rid of it. If you've watched all these updates, you know that I had an opioid shock while I was in hospital, and basically they said to me, you need pain relief, but we're not going to give you any until you agree to go on the program. So I was kind of backed into a corner, and I said, all right, I'm going to do it. And then they interviewed me as to what I did, and they basically said, we don't like what you do. I'm not going to actually go into that because there's elements of that which are copyable, and it's actually quite dangerous, and I don't want to hurt anyone. And suffice to say, there was a chemistry set involved, and I was making my own, and they didn't like that. And so they put me on the most extreme form of addiction medicine they could find. And it was kind of rough there for a while, and I'm sure if you watch the updates you can see that. Things are much better. Things are much better. I'm a lot calmer. Things are sort of stabilised. I'm on a very, very high dose of methadone, and they want to bring me down from that. I'm not keen, just because we sort of stabilised and it's kind of working. I'm getting sleep. And day to day, if I don't have acute pain, I can function pretty well. I think in the time that we've spoken to each other last, I had an infected toe and it blew up and quite literally exploded. I think we've talked about that, but I also got recently a bout of flare-up with the rheumatoid arthritis, and that really hurt. So on those occasions I jumped off the wagon and got back into the codeine to deal with the acute pain. But happily it's not been extreme. And happily it's not been all the time, and happily it's not been to the kind of excesses that it was. And I'm confident that I can not go there. I'm confident I can not go there on a regular basis. I mean, time will tell. And my new relationship is interesting because my partner's very keen for me to stay off the drugs, and it's really sweet actually, and I'm very keen for my partner to be happy with me, so I'm going to try and stay off the drugs. It's still tricky. It's still kind of tricky to be on the program. Suffice to say, let's just say I'm grateful that there's enough people that give a shit to keep me off the drugs. I am grateful about that. Is it the solution that we're looking for? I don't know, honestly. And the program itself has to be a one-size-fits-all thing, because here in Australia we have a healthcare system which is bloody good. It's really good. And if you're sick, they'll drag your ass off the street and they'll put you in hospital and they'll fix you up pretty much for free. That means that it's got to be one size fits all, and it's got to be resourced equally, which means that you get to wait. There's only so many doctors, there's only so many beds, and you get to wait when you're in hospital. You get to wait for things to happen. It also means when you're on the program, they really take care of you. They really make sure that you get lots of replacement drugs, and you get the healthcare professionals looking after you, and that's great. The thing is, of course, there's limited, and you get to wait for that, and you've also got to be in the same category as other junkies who like to rape and kill people. So you get treated very similarly to everyone else. So security is high, and it needs to be, fair enough. And respect is low. And that is something that I still wonder about. So as a result, today I have to go in every day and pick up my oral replacement therapy drugs every day. And it's been 5 months, 6 months now. Wow. I've been off the drugs 6 months. Who would have said that would ever happen? Without looking at a bloody tombstone. Anyway, Jesus, that's odd. 6 months, bloody hell. You know, you get less for shoplifting. Anyway, but at the same time, a lot of people I know, like, they pick up their little bottles and they walk away for a week. I don't. I walk in every day and pick up my little cup of gear and drink it and smile at the pharmacist, and they're lovely. You know, we're all getting on really well. I think I'm going to try and get a job there, just because I'm cheeky, and I could, you know. I do things sometimes just because I can. You watch me read Grey, and I would really like it if they decided to put me on takeaways, but they're not going to, because I'm on such a high dose, and they don't like me on such a high dose, and they don't like this and they don't like that. And it's like that Counting Crows song, Perfect Blue Buildings. There's a line in it that says, they've got an attitude for everything I ever wanted, they've got an attitude for me. And there's just no getting around that. I recently went to Canberra to celebrate my father's 70th birthday, and I was there for a week, and that was great. He turned 70 and everything was great. He did a job, everyone had a great party, it was a fun time. Unfortunately, to do that I had to transfer my oral replacement therapy medicine interstate for a week, and it was a fucking nightmare. It was just so hardcore. I won't go into the details of what a nightmare it was, but put it this way, it took 3.5 weeks to do, and when I got there I was waiting 4.5 hours for a dose, and it was a problem. It was a real problem. There was also legal problems, and there was also political problems, and shit flows downhill. I'm the junkie and I got it all. And my poor dear parents, who are now 60s and 70s, had to drive me, instead of the 5 minutes to the, because I'm not allowed to drive because I have seizures, I haven't got a licence, instead of driving 5 minutes to the local chemist where I can dose, I had to drive an hour each day to go to the main hospital in the ACT and get dosed up in the high security dosing clinic. And it was friggin' nightmarish. You know, how do you ask your 68-year-old mum, 67, Jesus, sorry mum, 67-year-old mum and your 70-year-old dad, just take me down to the dosing clinic, will you? We can't go between 2:30 and 3:30 because you can shut, and you've got to get there before 4. I mean, come on. It's not the environment I was taken into. It's not like they're allowed to go in there anyway, because in any dome situation you must be on your own. So we were there 4 hours to start with, because they'd fucked up the paperwork from this end, and just nightmarish. And then it all worked out, and then eventually the clinic and I got on like a house on fire, because, you know, AIDzee level 5 charm offensive was in operation, and we got on fine and everything was smooth toward the end. And I got back to Melbourne. And the doctor who did the transfer basically said, oh, I'm not doing this again. I'm going, but I'm sorry, it was such a hassle. Well, I'm not doing it again. It's such a hassle, you just can't go. And it occurred to me then, and it occurs to me now, that it doesn't matter how well I get, the attitudes will never change, and the motivators will never change. So that's interesting to me. I know I've got a lot of mental, attitudinal adjustments to make myself, but from my point of view, I've been putting in, and there is no reward for that. There's no comeback. The only thing I'm getting out of that is pleasantness at the various pharmacies I have to visit. So I think if I'm still picking up daily in 2 more months, I think I'm going to make an appointment with drug and alcohol and get some splaining to happen. But anyway, things are going okay, and the nightmarish doom and gloom that I thought it was going to be at the beginning hasn't happened, and I'm still alive. We have some problems to get through, and we have some dignity to reclaim. But beyond that, we're looking good. And frankly, I've got the best boss in the world, so I've still got my job. And I've got a new boyfriend. Yes, so things are looking up. Have a really great day. Thank you very much for watching. And look, if you have any questions or anything, whack them in the comments, and next time I do an update, I'll try and answer them for you. Have a great day. Thanks again. Bye.